Hi, good morning. This is Mark from Right Line Trading. Want to show the AI Auto Trader today and see what we're up to. Looks like we got a nice crowd joining us this morning. Appreciate you guys joining us on the AI Auto Trader journey. Watch these robots jump in and out of the markets today. Rory Powers was trying to get rolling, couldn't quite get her up and running. So I'll jump in the ring and see if we can showcase the robots today. Let's see if we can see if this one's still active. May have set the stream key, and I might have to go back and redo it. Let me check. All right, Charles, thank you. Appreciate it. Good. Looks like everybody's getting settled in. We were having a little bit of a challenge there. Rory's out on a little bit of a vacation there, and he was still going to try to do the YouTube, but couldn't quite figure it out with one monitor on his laptop, as opposed to your typical two or three or whatever you have in your office. So I'll jump back in here today and see if we can showcase the Auto Trader and maybe make a little bit of money today. Team up together and see if we can pull any of these Apex accounts to payday today. We've got some real nice swings in the market. The NQ went up overnight about 100 points, a little bit more. So having some real good push to the upside here. All right. Thanks, Charles. Yeah, we'll see if we can broadcast for a little while. I have an appointment that I need to slip away for, so might end it a little bit early today, but do want to give it a shot to show you what's been making money overnight. And boy, the gold! I'll tell you, this gold GC Signal B AI drone on my computer here is crushing it. It had winner after winner overnight. Sorry, not overnight, since this morning. This one wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and man, it woke up and took a shot right away for this long entry. Got that beauty, and wasn't satisfied. It jumped right back in the feed trough and went ahead for another full winner. Each one of those winners, I believe, are about $1,000 a piece. So it pulled off about 2,000 right off the bat. It tried going along again. It didn't make that one, but then it went short, and it's in this short again right here. So it's clipping along with some big time cash flow this morning. On my computer here, it's up $2,600 this morning. Followed by its bot. Its bot is done trading now, I believe. At 1,500, it goes out and goes to sleep for the day. So that one's done for the day, but the drone is still trading. We're still collecting data, but the bot is gone back to sleep. Let's just go check it out. What I'm looking for here is a close on long profit or loss target. So the AI bot was done trading right here at 541. It made its $1,500 and went back to sleep. Yeah, baby, big time. The gold nugget. So we got some excitement here this morning. GC's really showing up. Signal B. And the NQ is a little quiet. I got one up in here. Who else is out there? If you guys are with us, if you could just drop something in the chat for me. If you're a member of the RLT community and you have the AutoTrader, drop in what your best strategy is this morning. If it's the GC signal B like mine, or if you've got another one rising to the top. Looks like RTY is doing good again this morning. So this is time to start paying attention to the RTY again. It looks like it's starting to rise to the top on a regular basis again. So we'll take a look at this one. This is the RTY 15 range. Looks like it took a short entry right here for us, and it's still riding that trade down, and it moved its stop to about a $50 winner so far. It's trying to make that target down here. I believe on these ones it's a $400 target. So I believe it's a 15 tick stop loss, and I can't remember what the target is. 580, must be 80 ticks. Could be 15 for 90. It's got a couple of good ones out of the gate this morning. Let's go ahead and figure out one that we're going to put to work on a prop account here. So the NQ's not jumping out like it did yesterday. Boy, yesterday it made big time money yesterday. Let's kind of see what this market's going to do here for us on the NQ. The volume was pretty low yesterday too, if you guys remember. It was really around 2,000 contracts trading a minute, so it wasn't really flying like it normally does. I think we should probably just go ahead and put that one on the GC signal B. That's definitely the strategy of the morning. So we'll do a new strategy over here. Get one going on the GC real quick for me. I'll keep everything the way it was there. Again, this one's a 15 for 90. We don't have any. Let me check this out. I'm going to use these settings below. And I do want to add a break even. We'll do a trail. I'll put this in the chat, what I'm going to use, so that if anybody wants to see what the strategy is, but we'll trail it by 20 ticks. GC signal B. I added a break even at, no, we'll trail. Okay, cool. Just drop that in there, let you know what I'm gonna trade here. But yeah, just taking the GC Signal B drone again. That one's up like over $2 grand this morning. So just take that one. Make sure that I've got this instrument set properly here for the GC. But yeah, this is the GC strategy that we have. That's it's up about $2 grand overnight or since 5 this morning. So we're gonna go ahead and put this one to work on an Apex account here. Just check my RTrader Pro. 404 is it? $397 is the one. Okay, cool. So we'll get this guy to work here for us, hopefully. So I like to look here on this instrument. This is one thing that seems to be a little bit tricky on the setup when you go to your strategy settings. This little guy right here will kind of catch it. So just always make sure you look at the instrument to make sure it's the right one and the data series is proper. But we'll see if we can get that one to work. It sure has came out of the gate swinging this morning. Oops, it's up $2,300 on my machine here today. It jumped out of the gate swinging, and again the bot that uses the data here is done trading. It was we have this one daily profit limit at $1,500. So once it hits the $1,500, it closes out the trades and it's done trading for the day. So it's out for the day. Here's the trades that the GC Signal B AI drone took since 5 this morning. Looked like at about right here. Sorry, you can't really see it. Here we go. So the first trade that it jumped into was right at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock with 9 seconds there. It jumped in and it rode this little nice profit generator right up to here. Claimed its first $1,000. Jumped right back in again, claimed its second $1,000 right there, and then it missed a trade here, but it wasn't a no, it did it jumped in again. It thought it was going to go long again one more time, but it came back on it over here. So it had one loss. Looks like another loss right up in here. Jumped in on a short entry. Oh wow, this is awesome. So it did a short entry here and it hit the first target down here, but on that same candle it also entered again. So I had 3 winners already this morning, and I think maybe 2 or 3 losers. So it's up pretty good. It's up $2,300 here on my machine. Hey, R Banks, good morning. What strategy do you put on the bot? So this one is might be a little bit complicated here, but we have these two flying together. So the drone and the bot are, they're kind of like a pair, and because the settings are all the same, the entries are the same, all the filters and all the settings are the same, except the drone doesn't listen to daily profit and loss limits, so it will either lose as much money as it can or make as much money as it can in the time that it's awake. The bot, though, we have more controls over. So the bot, we use the data from the drone to try to predict better stops and targets for the bot. So if you kind of look at any of the bots data, you'll see that the stops are not what they were for the drone. It'll be adjusting those, and it's an AI algorithm that we have now in the background where the bots are looking at the MFE and the MAE of the drone trades, and we're doing some mathematics behind the scenes trying to predict a better stop and target for the bot. So it's kind of a little bit complicated, but they're kind of a team here. Um, so the drone's out there trying to show the bot the way. Yeah, it looks like I was doing, a little bit of testing. Here's the R&D computer for us here at the business, and I've got a couple other strategies that I'm testing and trying to see if we can make them profitable here. Looks like they're doing good this morning. These are both NQ30 range. So I was doing a different data series. I'm sorry, they're ES30 range. So trying a different data series on the ES instrument because we weren't having a lot of success with the ES 5-minute. It did start producing last week and produced real well for us last week, but these are both ES 30 range strategies. And then kind of filtering up to the top is the RTY, this one right here. So we weren't getting a lot of play out of the RTY, but now we're starting to see some volatility in this market. Used to be the one that I traded quite a bit, but then it really slowed down with volume, made it hard to trade. Looks like it's starting to come back a little bit. Looks like it took a short entry here right at 8 o'clock, a little bit after 8:08. Made a little bit of profit on that first trade. Second one, same thing, another, I think $50 each, so maybe $100. It took this short right up here, and this is the trade that it's in. So it's 180 here plus the whatever other 100 that it made from those two other small trades. All right, got a lot of people locked and loaded here this morning. If you're trading the AutoTrader, I sure would like to hear what the best strategy you have on your machine is, if you have them up and running. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's that's something we're gonna add on the next release, is give you all the templates for the bots. It's a little bit of a challenge for us to do that, but I think that's what direction we're gonna head in. It's a little bit complicated, but I really made a bot. Here we go. Let me do another one. So let's say we want to run that GC as the bot. There's no template, is what you're saying, and there's not. There's only the drones. I'll show you how to set this this GC strategy up as the bot also. So we'll do a new strategy. Again, I think you only have this one here, but if you have other vendors, you might have other available toolboxes here. But what we'll do to get this bot created is we load the drone. We're going to load that drone, and now we're going to go right here. This is really the critical part behind drone and bot. But what we want to do right here, if we want this to be the bot, we're going to go down here and pick the GC 15 range signal. And I think I got to move this for you. Okay, so if we want to make a bot strategy, we go right here and we say we want to use the data from this drone that was doing really well. So the strategy to use for the stops and targets, we want to use the data from this drone, which gives the bot a little bit better advantage, because it's trying to say, okay, drone, what have you been doing? How far have your trades been extending back and forth? And so now, once you pick this as your strategy to use for your stops and targets, now it's going to be a bot this is now set up as a bot strategy. So it's going to just ignore this trade management stops and targets here, and it's going to take whatever the database gets from the drone, and it will replace those. So this is how we would replace create a bot strategy for my Apex account. We'll do that right here. We'll get one going here. Just have to read the so over here I got another one available. Ooh, number 400 right on the dot. This could be the lucky one. Come on, guys, let's go. All right, just always check the instrument to make sure that it didn't. It just loads the last one, so you always got to just look and make sure that it's the proper instrument. But boom, that's how you get a bot going, and we can change this label a little bit now. So when we look at it, we know that it's call it the bot so that we kind of keep us straight here. And if we enter a trade, we can kind of look at the stops and targets of those two, and they should be a little bit different, I would assume, unless the drone is telling the bot, hey, you know, go as wide as I am because I'm making a ton of money. Okay, awesome. Looks like we're tracking pretty close there then with our high profit targets. Our banks is reporting 22.11 with the GC signal B as well. So I got 22.22. He's got 22.11. That's awesome. So big time money, and I'll prove here shortly. Hopefully that we'll that sim accounts take, or prop accounts or live accounts take the exact same entries as sim accounts, so that you can trust the data that we show here. If you were coming in clean and put your money on this strategy this morning, that would be how much you have in your bank account. There's no funny business here whatsoever. Just know it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Let me bring this in. By law, I have to share this disclaimer with you that all trading signals and opportunities, that I display here or talk about, are really for educational and demonstrational purposes only. Me or my team aren't licensed financial advisors. We're traders trying to make money in the market every day as much as we can. So we try to share whatever information we can with our clients and public to try to benefit from the swings in the market. All right, great. So thanks for hanging around through that. Yeah, we've got a couple of newbies up here at the top this morning. We got a couple of the YM, and it looks like it's really coming out strong again. And still haven't traded that one. I really need to break the seal on that one. But the RTY is also making a nice push to the downside, and this is a $400 trade right here. The speed of the RTY is nice, nice and smooth. See if we can get that one. Come on, baby, little bit. Woo, yeah, let's go. $500 bill. No pressure trading, love it. Just when you have so many do good, it gets confusing where to put your money. I like to use that trade copier too, and that really makes it a challenge because you can multiply your success, or and you got to pick one or two. Ken, good morning. That's That's a big disparity, 616. That was with your bot. Wonder what your drone is, and why you potentially didn't get these big juggernaut trades this morning. I'll show you again the trades, and maybe you can take a quick look on your machine. But this one, should be jumping in right at 5 o'clock. Looks like we went ahead and got our first trigger. Let me move it over a little bit here for you. But looks like the first trigger came in right at 5 o'clock. Drones at 586. That's a huge difference. Huge difference. You must have went out on one of these wicks here where we hung around, potentially. Let me take a look and see how long these were. Could have been one of those, like one tick. Oh, wow, could have went out on that candle right away, potentially. I believe this is set at a 15 tick stop loss, and it looks like this one back here. So what I'm doing is I'm measuring where the entry was and then the wick of this candle. Move this around a little bit so that I can see behind the scenes here. What I want to do is just measure where the entry was, and even though this candle is green, price could have retraced all the way down to the bottom of that wick. So what I do is I measure from where the triangle, where the entry was, and then try to find the bottom of the wick. Yeah, it looks like 15 ticks. So maybe yours went out on that trade right there, potentially, and you didn't get that winner. Here's another one. Let's see this one. So our entry is the blue diamond. Yeah, that one was close too. That one was 14 ticks. So definitely barely made both of those. If we stayed in on this one, on this machine. Looks like our banks did as well, but you may have went out on those, on one of them for sure. But I tell you, one tick, one or two ticks is a big difference in this trading business. And then you see big disparities, and if you're on the downside, you're like, wait a minute, what happened? I'm getting screwed here. someone's lying to me. We're not lying, promise that. It does look like it, though, I will tell you that. The best thing to do Ken, is I can send you the actual trade performance where we can exactly see the entries and exits, which is really the best. And I'll just I don't want to kill everybody here, but I'll just do one on the side and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And like I said, NinjaTrader 8 is so awesome at data analysis. You can dig right into the nth detail. So over here for today, 326, just pick the one that I'm talking about. I always do that just to make sure I don't have other ones selected. But the cool thing is you can really dig in exactly the entry times and exit prices, and kind of see, looks like there was 3 winners and 3 losers so far this morning, which again totals the 2222. But this is great to share with each other and see what your entry was, and more than likely you must have went out on one of these winners, probably because it hit the wick right there, my guess is. that drone's back in again down here. Thanks, Ken. No, I know. But trust me, if I was on your chair, I would think he's a liar some of the times. I mean, it would seem like it. So I don't get offended by it at all. I know that this is a tough business, and being transparent is a challenge, but it's our goal. So yeah, let's see if we can make some money this morning. 10:10. So let me hear from you guys. Are you doing any trading this morning? Anybody trading any accounts? Doctor, thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, I know. Isn't that's something? This is all I have to do today is sit around and stare at it. He's actually got work to do. Thanks for doing what you do. Most of our clients have other jobs too. So thank you everybody for continuing to participate in the capitalist system here. Looks like the shiny object is the gold this morning. I like to bring them down sometimes to see the price is the bid and ask here. Because with gold, sometimes it doesn't look like it's actually moving. So I always like to bring it down to see that it really is moving. Boy, I had a big sell-off. Wow, what a great trade spot. Big run up and now sell-off. Interesting. So I think I'll bring open the trade copier and kind of get that dusted off a little bit. Let's see where it is. The Replicanto. Let's kind of just show you a little bit about the Replicanto real quick, and you probably know, so sorry if you already do. Looks like $3.99 is one that I have here alive and well. And I will see what other ones I've got over here. So numbers 397, 401, 402, and 403. So we'll run, if we get a trade on number 399, it will also take a trade on 397, take a trade on 401, 402, and 403. So we'll get 5 trades if 399 takes a trade, and 399 is not set up yet. So I'm going to change one of these to 399. You guys can't see that. Let me get that in better view here for you. See what you can see. So we're going to change this bot to 399. The one that I just set up in the trade copier. 399. So when 399 takes a trade, it will also send a trade to all those other ones. So I set it up so 399, when 399 takes the trade, it will also take a trade in those other these other ones that got the green dots on them. So basically, it allow one trade to be transmitted over 5 trades. And I've mentioned it before, you don't get the exact same prices, just like one computer. I've got 2 here, for example. I've got one and then another one. They won't even, sometimes get the exact same entries. Be 1 or 2 ticks off. So we'll go with gold again, and looks like a signal B entry. So we'll see. Not a super fast instrument, but it's moving a lot today. That's for sure. So we'll get the entry over here on this one if this yellow line gets what we call it pegged all the way to the bottom down here, and it's flat, really like this right here. This is a signal B entry for the long side. And then next would be hoping, I guess, short, or if things continue to go up, it'll potentially send us another signal for long here. All right, awesome. Everybody's cranking this morning. The accounts, let's see. A little bit tougher morning than yesterday, but got this cash register starting to come in. This is the ES 5-minute. Slow one. Let's look at this NQ, my favorite market's kind of slowing me down here this morning. Let's measure some of our opportunities here. So we've got these crosses, and we can measure how much opportunity we would have got. So just always cool to look at what parameters I have, but I've got one that I'm kind of working with, trying to use a little filter here. And what we're looking at is the only putting a cross on the chart where it's red or green, the 15 signal. So let me show you what that means. Right here, this will be a green cross because the 15 is green as well. So we're really looking at the signal A entry, but only if the 15 is green, if it's trying to go long. So it'll only put that on there if it's in that scenario. So let me show you one where it's probably not in that scenario. Right here would have been an example. It was trying to go down out of the 80 here, and normally it would have had a red cross up there, but because the 15 was green, it didn't put that one up there, and it wouldn't have taken a trigger if my strategy had that setting in it. So what I like to do a lot in trying to get better entries, and this is something we really could use everybody's hand with, and this is how you can really build your own money machine here, is you just grab that signal indicator and now hit apply, and this is basically no filters hardly at all. So you can see that cross came in right there where I was showing. But once I put this filter on over here and hit apply, let me bring it over. When I put that filter on for the 15 and I hit apply, I lose that cross, so I lose that entry. And that's a good thing, because that was a crappy entry. We saw it was boom. You'd be stopped out quickly. So that's a good way to kind of test your entries, is adding these filters to them. I just hit apply and just kind of take a look at what that did for me on my chart. Did I keep the entries that were winners and lose the losers? So I got one entry right there. Not a great one. Got one right here still. This is a pretty good one. So this is a good way to, easy way to, test your entries or your filters for you. Hey Andrew, good morning. Updated sheet with the settings that you use. Yeah. So the spreadsheet in Discord, let me just show this real quick. So in Discord over here, saw you were in there yesterday. Glad you joined us here. Over here in software updates, might be a little bit hard to find here, but the spreadsheet lives. It's getting a little far up here. I'll move another one down. Right here, I'll copy this link. So this is the spreadsheet that has all the settings that we have on all the strategies, including the bots. So what you'll see here, Andrew, and we re-optimize these every Friday. So last Friday we didn't make any changes, but the Friday before that we did. So this one was last changed on the 8th of March. And everywhere that's highlighted, those were the last changes on the 8th. So it hasn't had any changes since the 8th, but these were all the changes on the 8th. So this is where all the settings live for all the strategies. Now when I trade, I'm a little more loose than that. So like for example, on the gold, I know the drone killed it this morning, but I still wanted to make an adjustment to the. I wanted to trail it because I didn't want to, give up some cash on my prop account. So I put it in the chat here. Yeah, on that side, we're running on that Apex Signal B, and I added a trail at 20 ticks. So that was the change that I made on this one this morning. Just know I'm not a great trader, so taking my advice on live trading's not the greatest idea. Just know that the robots are much better than me. And if the data came out with $2,200, it didn't have a trailing stop, so why would I add one? I don't know, but I do. Andrew, did you get your system up and running? And if you did, what is the, are you able to see what your top strategies are here in the accounts today? Okay, we have this, Andrew, we have this tool that Sergio created that is lickety split. I mean, it takes seconds now to load 33 strategies. So if you're manually doing stuff and you like it, that's good. But if you want a hand, we have a form that we've developed that literally, sets you up in minutes. And I wanted to give you guys all that tool as well, so you can have it on your computer in case you want to, create your own accounts or develop strategies too. So you have that form available to you. Let me try to bring it up and show it. Form. RLT tool. Yeah. So this is the tool that Sergio created for us, and you know, it's really kind of a form template, but it's all set up for you, and literally all you do is hit create strategies right here, and it creates all 33 of them for you in milliseconds. Excuse me.
Order submitted.
All right, we're doing some trading this morning, but we slow start for the
Order
NQ.
filled.
And these little peaks and valleys. Let's measure and see how much movement we got out of this one. So on this one, we typically take the trade after the candle closes. So we would have, you know, potentially taken that trade right there. So we're looking at 96 ticks of movement from that trigger point. You know, most of our strategies that'll get us halfway there basically. So that's not enough. Not enough movement. We'll take a look at the number of contracts trade in a minute too here and see if there's anything going on here. Yesterday we checked a couple of times and it was about 2,000, which is really low compared to normal. So our 5 accounts are living on this strategy over here. So it's trying to find its way here. Had some really good trades coming out of the gate this morning. Had a couple of long winners, and then it caught a short winner too. It was 3 for 3, but it's trying to find its way now.
Order submitted.
We won't get an entry until this yellow line can, you know, either be all the way up on the top or all the way here at the bottom. I'm going to bring in the VWAP. I like to look at that indicator every once in a while. To bring in a new indicator into the chart here, you can just right click anywhere on the chart and left click on indicators. And we have I call it a suite of indicators here that you can use. Over here, I already have it brought down. But this one is the VWAP that I want to see.
Order submitted.
I have it invisible, so you can just check this mark if you don't want to see it on your chart, or click visible, if you want to have it on your chart. I want to kind of go see it now, so I'm gonna hit apply on visual and just see what's happening here. This is a really good trading signal right here. When the 15 crosses the 50, that is a juicy setup. If you're a manual or discretionary trader, those are like the holy grail for you. Those are the setups. So we had one here that's a super juicy one. We had this one right here where the 15 crossed the 50 right here. Didn't get that juicy. So just like everything else, when you think something's one way, it's not. It didn't do as good on this one. But that is that's what we call a juicy setup
Order
typically.
submitted.
In fact, we have a strategy setting, the 50-50 right here.
Order
I'll go into
submitted.
that indicator. It's the same. It's the same setup inside the indicator as the strategy, but right here, if you select this, you'll catch that trade. Woo-wee. How low can it go? Got another pivot down here at 508. We'll see if it's going to break through this one for sure. Seems like it might, but that 50 can be tough to break. Oh, it did
Order
it.
filled. Order submitted.
Ah. Somehow we
Order
missed
filled.
this trade. Is there any of them in it? Surely there is. Let's go to
Order
positions.
submitted.
Oh yeah. Signal B bot. I figured they were. They caught that juicy one. So right now I'm looking at this account right here. This is the NQ30 range signal B AI bot. It jumped in right here. Once this Laguerre was, we call it pegged at the 0 point, the signal came true here, and it jumped in and bought a contract for us automatically. I think this one's down though so far today. It's not down much. It's this is its comeback shot right here. If it will make this trade, it'll be out of the red into the black. It's not quite giving up on this pivot yet. That is a pretty long break though. There we go. This one's gone. Ooh, big money. Okay, we're getting closer to getting a trade over here.
Order filled. Order submitted.
We should get the trade when this drone jumps in. So I
Order
was just
submitted.
kind of leaving the drone over here, and once we see it jump in, we'll then look at our 5 accounts and see if we're in. quick.
Order
Come on.
submitted.
Going down or up here? Ah, just when we were going to get a trade, now it's going back up on the gold. These are all the positions that we're in right now, all the trades that are going on. So we got the bot and the drone, looks like they had the exact same entry right here. It's kind of a neat place to look for the entry price. Oh no, that's average price. Guess that's entry. Let me take a look.
Order filled.
Short entry 18,572, 18,572. Okay, yeah, that is the entry price. Maybe it shows average because if you're trading maybe like 5 contracts, maybe it'd show you the average price of all 5. So yeah, this system will just jump in and out for you automatically all throughout the day. Whenever it's awake, it will make trades for you, and just does its thing. You know, really don't have to pay attention to it if you don't want to. Usually, the best results come from not paying attention to it. Hey Eric, good morning. The difference between signal A and signal B. So we have 2 triggers, 2 entry triggers, and we call one obviously signal A and one signal B. And the difference is really on this indicator down here, and I'll bring this one open a little bit bigger for you. There's 2 entry signals that we have. Signal A will trigger if this yellow line right here, this is called a LIQUIDITY momentum indicator. We've obviously modified it here at RLT over the years, but when this yellow RSI line crosses this green line right here coming down, you can see this little cross that it puts up here. It tells you that, hey, that momentum is starting to shift. So signal A is a real early signal, like really early. Well, you can see in this move right here, it caught it right at the top, right? So this is a signal A entry. So it's when the yellow line either comes down out of the green, or when it's down here in the red and it's coming out of the red. You can see this green cross right up here. So these crosses are set up for signal A entries right now, or at least to show where the signal A entries would have been. Now signal B, let me now go into this indicator and I can change it. So I can say, don't show me the signal A entries. Show me the signal B entries. And now I can put some filters in here, Eric, but I don't want to right now. I just want to kind of keep it clean. The only filter that I'll keep in here is this pivot. So if it's 30 ticks away from the pivot, it will show it. But if it's too close to a pivot, it won't show the cross. But now I've modified it to only show me signal B triggers. So over here is the first signal B trigger. And now signal B is, I call it a later entry. It's really a trend trigger entry. And once the oscillator is totally pegged, at the 0 or the 100, it will then trigger the robot to take a trade. So you can see the yellow line pegged right down there. The cross came up on the chart. The robot would have taken an entry on this candle right here. We have signal A on ours, right? Or, I'm sorry, signal B on this particular one right now, and we got this entry right here. So looks like we were one candle later than I would have expected, but we would have expected at least one cross, then an entry.
Order filled.
So this one might have been just a little bit too soon, but it shouldn't have been. But for whatever reason, we got this entry right here where it really confirmed it. So we wait till that candle closes before we take the entry. But that's so that's signal B. Signal B is more of your trend trigger, and signal A is really, I call it almost like a counter trend trade, because she catches them early. You can show them both too. It's a little confusing, but if once you start to know the indicators and looked at them a while, you'll know where A or B is. But personally, I love A the best. A is my favorite, but it's also the one that will it's more likely it'll go against you too.
Order filled.
Eric, what do you trade? Do you have Ninja Trader? Are you familiar with the platform? Oh boy, this is turning into a juicy trade right here. This one's gonna bring it out of the red, I think. Just came out. It's barely out.
Order submitted.
Yeah, if you're interested, we
Order filled.
we have a website. You can go check us out at rightlinetrading.com. Check out the system. Having really good success with the robot here. We've got a lot of people that we're helping trade. It's a great trading system to take the pressure off. I was manually trading for a long time, and I was really just trading the high flyers, really mostly biotechs, the penny stocks that were going up, maybe 100% a day.
Order submitted.
And I was working a corporate job. I made enough money to buy a company, so I bought this business. I never really knew what futures were till about a year and a half ago when I bought it. So I've been trying to learn, to trade and work with this system, and man, is it take the pressure off. It just it's fun to just critique the robot and not take the pressure on myself. So this has been really fun system to trade. Show you the website here. If you get a minute, just pop over, check out our website. We have a few other trading systems available. We have a stocks and options system. Got a
Order submitted.
great trader, David Wise here. That he's got about 500 people that he sends his text message trades to, and usually about, I don't know, we can go see his room right now, see how many people he has in it. Usually about 150 or so watching him and chatting with him throughout the day. He has a couple people help him too, so he's got really a team there in his room. Here's the AutoTrader. This is the one we're showcasing right now. But also have some other option services, so we can send you more picks. Here's the ones that I used to trade all the time. Usually at 9:30 to 11, I was full on. And then here's our trading room. So I've got David Wise here with the options room. We've got Craig Emery who does a futures room and shows our money flow tracker. And then David Kushner also showing the money flow tracker. David really prides himself in mentoring prop traders. So if you want to do prop trading, he's there to help you get started. Just want to show it also. I've got some freebies out here for you guys if you're interested. I think here the Elite Trader will send you some picks. Mark, he was the founder of Right Line Trading. I bought the company from him about a year and a half ago. He still has these amazing picks on these trades, and still keep him on the team because he's so helpful, even helping create some software here behind the scenes. But anyway, you can get a free 2-week trial if you'd like to get his service and get some picks over the next couple of weeks. Also, if you're interested in Trade Room, you can go watch David, and like I said, and no BS either. We don't BS at this company. That's one of my rules. I was in the military. I'm Catholic, those kind of things. So, anyways, I don't like the way the business is. You're going to be a millionaire this afternoon. No, it's a process. But if you follow these processes, they work. David hit 22. I think it was 22 out of 22 in January trades. So it's legit. It's the real deal. Again, he has about 500 people who would be, ripping us a new one if it wasn't. So anyway, down here I've got another 2-week trial if you want to just take a look.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, Brandon. Yes, man, this is awesome. I used to work for a living. Can't get any better than this, I tell you. Make money and have fun, and that's what I want everybody to do. So if you don't have the system yet, jump in and we can work out a deal. Got Isaac, who kind of joins us every now and then. He said, "Hey, I can help you." I said, "Really?" Charles, same way, came to us organically, which is awesome. But Isaac here, he's been helping us with digital marketing, and has been helping create these. They're called thumbnails on YouTube, and I wasn't a social media guy before this, so I'm still kind of trying to catch up. But Isaac said, "Hey, I want to help you guys." So he's created these thumbnails for us through here. So that's been really helpful. Appreciate when someone wants to help out, and
Order submitted.
we have a chance to reciprocate. So that's been really, really cool. All right, we still don't get a trade in our gold yet. We're waiting for this RSI, this yellow line right here, to just stay down or stay up. And let's get our indicator here. Okay, good. It looks like it's already up. It's already going to show us signal B, so it's already live and well. Do I have that? Don't think so. Okay, so if we can get across to pop on, we should be able to, should take a trade here with this one.
Order submitted.
Yeah, my big winner of the day was the GC. Started out early and went flying. Had a little bit of money in my Apex account there, $3.99. It's Miller time. So my last name's Miller, and all my buddies used to call me Miller in every sport I've ever played. That's been my name. So Miller time was the natural progression for me. It's Miller time. I have a girlfriend, so I'm divorced. I have 3 kids, but they're grown now. But I told her, hey, see, should I put like all kinds of cool stuff behind me, you know, Miller time? And she's like, I don't think so. I said, okay. So I'm still debating. I wonder where that NQ is. Here we go. So that this one here, if it can break that pivot, she's gonna move up into the upper echelon up there. So it'll be
Order filled.
we're gonna go till 11. Rory was gonna do
Order filled.
the live today, but he kind of got hung up. He took off to Fort Myers Beach and was gonna try to do it on his laptop, but I couldn't quite get the monitors to work. You know, when we're at our houses or offices, we have several monitors, and when he went out there, he thought he could do it from his laptop, but boy, it tripped him up. So I jumped in the ring, but I do have an appointment here today, this afternoon. So we'll go for 8 more minutes here. I want to try to push a trade, so I'm gonna. I'm so impatient with the gold. I just can't trade anything. I swear, can't trade anything besides the NQ, and even the NQ is a little bit slow today, but. We're gonna change that account to one that maybe we can get in a trade here. Let's take a look at the RSI. So what I'm gonna do right now is I just want to look at the RSI line on the NQ instrument, and really just sense like 8:30 or 9. So just kind of trying to see what kind of peaks and valleys we've got on this yellow line down here. This yellow line is really our kind of like our heartbeat. It's really how these strategies function. So what I'm looking for is I'm seeing some signal B action here. So this means that hey, the trend was established and it stayed in it for a while down here. That I call that opportunity. So it would have, trigger would have came true right there and hung around for a while. Signal A, that would have been a great trade right there for sure. Let's measure that, and then I start to do a little bit of measurements too to make sure I'm not trying to do something that's not possible. But this one is a signal A entry. Again, we would have paid, basically taken it when the candle closes. So I have to make sure that I can handle this. A nice term is called heat, but loss. So I got to handle at least 25 ticks of loss if I would have taken that trade. And now I look at my opportunity. And it looks like, wow, so I could have made a 200 tick trade. So the perfect setup there for your money machine is, you need more than 25, but maybe 28 ticks. So you give yourself about 3 ticks of separation. And then you could have set it at 200 ticks and made $1,000 off this signal A entry right here. And again, with no filters, let's add a little bit of filtering in here now to try to see what we can do to streamline this little guy so we're not tripping up so much. So we lost our good one. That's the one I don't want to filter out the good ones.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Yeah, that one's gone again. So I'm gonna just keep messing around till I can, get the good ones and try to get rid of some of the bad ones if possible. Yeah, just going with it raw is the best way for now.
Order submitted.
So this is the RTY 15 range that we have set up here, and this one had a couple of really good trades this morning. So it had a short entry, got its first target here. Long entry got tripped up. Long entry, it's in this trade now. So it's up decent today. This one's at around 400. Maybe I can get some help out there. What instrument should I trade these 5 counts on? Always leaning towards the NQ, but maybe you guys could give me some advice. Maybe RTY? Oops, sorry about that. Got to make one trade before we go for the day. GC is just too methodical. Having it set up maybe first thing in the morning is the ideal thing. This one wakes up at 5 in the morning, beats me out of bed. So I might just set it up after the broadcast and just leave it for tomorrow. But for us, we wanna get something that moves. So we'll load Signal A, NQ30 range. This is, really my all-time favorite, this Haymaker. Any of these Signal A 30 range, just my all-time favorites. They jump in and out of trades all the time. It's constantly trading, so we'll catch the next Signal A entry that takes off here.
Order filled.
You always have to make sure that the instrument's set properly. That's really the only thing besides your account. Okay, so I just use all the standard settings. It is going to come true with a Signal B entry right now for a long trade. That's probably a good trade. Let's go ahead and change that real quick to a Signal B so we can get a trigger here. Template, load. Oh, here, let me move the, let me cancel this so that you guys can see this here. Transition. So what I want to do is I want to try to take advantage of the Signal B that I see is going to be coming true here. I see that the RSI line is pegged up here. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this strategy and put it on a edit the strategy and put it on a signal B entry. So NQ 30 range signal B. Okay, good. It looks like everything's all good already, so we're good. We should go ahead and take a trigger here right away pretty quick. Let's go ahead and change these crosses to show us the signal B. Okay, so when this candle closes, should be we should jump in our trade here. Again, you got one of those holy grail moments coming up too. It looks like where the 15 is going to cross the 50. This is about as good as it gets right here. Great, Ken. Thank you. Appreciate your commitment here. Good. So we'll see if we can get in this trade here, and it will jump in with those four other accounts. So boom, we got the Replicanto in action over here. So at 399, when 399 jumps in, it's going to also tell 397 to buy one, 401, 402, and 403. So if we do get a signal, we should catch it in 5 accounts. Kind of take a look at volume here too. This is the amount of contracts trading per minute down here. So it's 570. Oh wow, only about 550 contracts trading a minute. Super low volume for the NQ. I think everybody's on vacation this week. Wow, that is so low. Huh. Yeah, this might be no trade zone. Wow. Hey, Rue. Welcome back. Rue coming to us from India. Trading gold. Making killer money. Way to go, man. 27 and... Oh, man. Look at this guy. Holy moly. You're going to have to drop us in some little tea leaves there and see what's happening. You're making a killing. Slow day here in on the futures. Yeah, I haven't seen this low volume in a long time on an NQ. Last time we only counted about 550 in the last minute. Looks like we're getting a little bit more now. We're at 730, 750, 750. 3 contracts, 10 minutes of trading. Way to go, Rue. You get another round of applause from me. Way to go, man. Holy moly. This guy's a trade extraordinaire. we want to get one trade. We're pushing it here, Rue. We're trying to push the envelope to get a trade in. I mean, just a tough, slow market really all week. Yesterday was a tough. We actually did really well yesterday, but the volume was low again yesterday. You know, typically on the NQ here, we're looking at about 5,000 contracts being traded a minute. So we're looking at right now today about 700, much less than normal. Had a nice push over, I guess overnight and into the morning here to the upside. That was a great time to trade right there at midnight. Let's see how far it went up. $362 ticks. Do the math on that real quick. $1,800 move on one contract. Basically almost starting at midnight. And you would have been done trading at 3 in the morning. Okay, that's a long trade though. 3-hour trade. Hey Jan, good morning. We're just using this indicator right here. Let me show you what this one is. I just go find a cross and double left click on crosses. That's really my easiest way to go into indicators. But you could right click on your chart anywhere and go into indicators. But our indicator is this one right here. A lot of letters, but RLMIP, RLV, and it's up in this folder up here. What you could do is you could just you left click it there and you hit the add button down here, and then it'll move it down to this configured box. Once it's in this configured box, I like to I change the font, and I think I changed the color also, but I think that's all I changed, and then I hit apply. So it's counting up every contract that's being traded right now, and it resets after 1 minute. So it just as they come in throughout that minute, it's just adding to it, and then just resets to 0 after the minute. We do have a filter inside our strategies also that will, I'll say, protect you or filter out any trades that are less than whatever number you put in there. So you can use it as a filter. Just because this is so slow, I'll just show it again real quick. In the strategies tab, you can just right click and we can just look at a new strategy. I'll just show you where it is. You might already know, but sorry if you do. We'll just load any of them and I'll just show you where the volume threshold is. So right down here, if you click the volume threshold, and now, you know, if we would put 500 contracts and then hit OK, it wouldn't make a trade. It wouldn't enter any trades unless there was more than 500 contracts being traded in that last minute. So that's one way to get out of they call them thinly traded markets. That's one parameter you could use to get away from that.
Order filled.
Hoping for a trade here before we close out today. If we can't get it in this next minute before this hits this VWAP, go ahead and shut her down for the day. This was a little bit slower than normal day. We got the holiday coming up Friday. I guess some people may already be heading that way to the holiday. Okay, use the default number, huh, for contracts. That's smart. We do have a 2-minute trade going on, NQ 2-minute. Which one? Signal A.
Order submitted.
Discretionary traders really like this cross right here, where 15 crosses the 50. Is a really really nice time for an entry. Okay, so we're getting the B cross. Looks like jumped on the chart there for a split second. If we can get that thing to close up at the candle close, I think we'll get a trade here, hopefully. Signal A 2-minute is a really nice signal. Once things settle down, it really does a good job of taking away some noise that the 30 range gets in. The 30 range gets a little bit bouncy where the all right, good, we got that entry off that signal B. Finally the gear was pegged, and again, a really trend trade. You know, it's not a counter trender at all. It's waits till the trade, the trend is really established before it takes a trade. So it's quite a bit later, but it's one that tries to get you in when there's a trend established.
Order filled. Order filled.
Testing us right out of the gate, I guess. We'll have to try to recover here. Come on, baby. We are in on all 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're in on 5 of them. Why did I miss 400? So over here, these 5 are working right now. It's not showing, the P&L here until the trade closes, but this is how it works. It shows the actual account balance here. So it looks like we're going to get zonked possibly right here. We finally took our trade and boom, get to close this one out. So I've got the all-time high for the NQ still sitting at 18,707. Is that what you guys have out there? If you've been paying attention, drop that in the chat for me. I'd be curious to hear what the high is on the NQ that you've seen. So these are $100,000 static drawdown accounts from Apex, and I like to do like 5 or so at a time. These ones are $27 a piece, 27 something. So, 5 of them is 125 bucks or whatever. So that's on my live account that would be kind of like a one trade. So it's kind of like one trade and gives you a chance to try to move some significant money. But not every trade goes your way, and that's a good example. So we can take 2 good losses on this strategy.
Order
before you lose these accounts. This one goes down 625. So if you go 625 in the hole, she's out. But I've moved. I think I'm at 50 of them to payday so far. So, but I'm only hitting about 12.5%. I'm up to 400 of evals, and I've got 50 to payday. Okay, Orly was 18,709 at the high on the NQ. Okay, that's right where I about was. I thought I saw 707. That's kind of a fun number, 707. But yeah, 709 is what you got. Okay, we're going to close her down. Sorry I had to take a big loser there, but that's part of trading, and we'll take this one. We'll keep her on here, and maybe if Rory doesn't make it back tomorrow, I'll show you kind of how these did throughout the day. But everybody, appreciate you joining